Okay, we should be live. It's been a hot minute since I've done a stream, so if anything is not working, please forgive me. Okay. Think we should be good. Okay. Yeah, so today I'm working on just some little loops and things. I don't have like a big project to be doing at the minute, so we're just starting with something nice and easy. And I'm just doing we're trying to give a little bit of clarity on this sketch that I made absolutely ages ago. And I have chat in a box over here now, so I can actually look into the camera. Rover, hi, you got a new laptop, very nice. Are you is it for like a specific purpose, like for animation, or just a general? I haven't got my glove. I was like, I wondered why my hand is feeling weird. Oh. There we go. I have a glove. I have the dog with me today. He's decided that he actually likes being in my office now. Got him set up on a little bed. If he gets up, I'll show him to the camera in a bit. God. My throat. Okay, let's... Now, where did I put that reference? Can you hear the music? It is quite low. The reference I had should be pinned. There it is. Raj, hi, how's it going? Edith, hello. Reject convenience, hi. Suddenly all popping in. Let me also make this chat bigger. Oh, I don't think I can change the size of the text. I've got some new glasses, and to be honest, I don't think the prescription is that much different than my old ones, but I'm definitely like squinting a little bit more when the text is small. What do a frog's feet look like? They're like the circles with the tiny toes maybe. But yeah, what is everyone up to today? Hope everything's going well. This is going to be sort of like a lineless style. I'm thinking he needs like a little he needs like the French. It's giving French boating. Like the collar. Like this. Maybe some stripes. I'm for sure not looking at graphs. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, what is going on with the graphs? For anyone who doesn't know, you should all go check out Reject Convenience. He does very interesting and insightful videos on like privacy policies and data and tech stuff. And he has a very cool little 3D guy that he does with it. Let's see. Okay, he needs like little sleeves. Dog's asleep. The boy. Okay. I have been working on like a new video for the channel. It's another how to animate, like an actual proper tutorial, not just for software, and you can use it in any software. So I do have the big list Body is a machine that turns privacy policies into really long videos about privacy policy. I saw that in your Discord server. It's a very good meme. He's gonna have. I think. How do I want the hands? Like that, or like that? Haven't really decided. Okay. Let's do the deck chair. What does that even look like? Deck chairs are so odd to draw. Why don't I use Blender? I thought you were a Blender. Yeah, I use a lot of different programs. So yeah, I'm just sketching today. I could have actually done like a 3D model of this, but I fancy doing something easy that was not going to test my brain for my first live stream back. Yeah, I have planned to do some actual Blender things very soon, because I have a project that I want to do in Blender. Like, it's, you know, I made my little character in Blender, like my first 3D character. I made it in like a week, I think it was a week. It's been a while, and I want to make like a little 3D room for her, so I can animate her in the room for videos where I don't want to be on camera, basically. But yeah, I actually think I might need to move chat because I'm not too sure I can see. Hang on, where is that? Third monitor. Okay. There we go. Snesby, hi. The 3D challenge you did was wild. It was really fun. It definitely, like, I finished up each day and it felt like my brain was melting. But we did it, and that's the important bit. That is the important bit. So I'd spent so long saying that I was going to make a 3D character, and I just hadn't got around to it. And I was like, no, I'm actually gonna do it. So with this one, I think. So this section's gonna move. And I might make his legs like kick up a bit. Yeah, I think there's going to be a slight delay in the legs, so they'll come up and then they'll go back. So, can you hear them people outside? It's alright, it's not for us. Don't start barking. Be good. Like, he immediately starts barking as soon as I start stream. Okay. I'm going to see. From all the apps that I've used, which one do I think is easiest? I've got a list of other apps and things that I want to try, like Tahoma 2D. I bought Moho when they had the sale, and I've got OpenTunes to try. I bought Clip Studio ages ago, so I need to give that a proper go. I did try it briefly, but I didn't focus enough on it. So I think what I'm going to have to do is give like each software a week and see how I feel about them. But for apps, Dreams is okay. I do like it because it's got all the Procreate brushes and stuff, but there's some bits that aren't. It's just easier in something like Calipeg and Rough Animator. It depends, like, were you talking about actual software or apps? Hi Alice. I still have Toma 2D and Blender on my new laptop, plus I'm also learned to make games using Unreal Engine. Very cool. I had someone suggest that I was going to be making a game in because I'd made my 3D character, and I was like, oh no, that is like another level of thing that I'd have to sort out. It's tempting though. I know people, like when I went to uni, there were people who did game design and they wanted to switch to animation, and they now work in animation. And there was a lot of people in games who switched, or who wanted to switch. So they do a bit of both. So I think like here. But yeah, there's a good crossover between the two, to be honest. Let's duplicate that actually. And then here. We're saving. MK, hi. Hello from Arizona. I'm currently animating my capstone student film in Blender. It's due tomorrow. Oh, I hope it goes well and that you have autosave on. Blender definitely has crashed on me a couple of times before I switched on. So good luck. Hope it goes well. Let's do. Like that. I think that's fine. Let's duplicate this because it's easier. Then what we'll do is we'll move them along. And then we'll have it like this. Move that along. And then we're going to reverse these frames. So there and there and there. I think we'll do this instead. Like that. So then we have a slight delay on the legs. Okay, now let's do the hair tassel. I haven't actually decided how I want like the colours to be on this, so 2D is the best. 2D is freedom. 2D is, I'm starting to like mix the two a little bit. There's so much you can do with 3D, but it requires you to have big brain. When 2D is like, I can just draw this, and if it looks jank, it's fine. I feel like every time I open Blender, it's just like, why have you done this? Why does it look like that? Why is it suddenly not working the way it did last time? But no, I do like it a lot. Sculpt mode is my bestie. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely miss sculpt mode like a lot when I'm animating. Let's copy that, change the color. And also, what I miss when I'm working in Blender that it doesn't have from TVPaint is, there should be. Oh, did I close it? I think I closed it. There's a custom panel. Might be handy custom panel. Yeah, so this one, if I can select frames and then just go 3, 4, 2, 1. I miss that a lot. You have to faff about with Blender when I want to change things a bit too much. But yeah, if I could like merge TVPaint and Blender, that would be great. Save is by far my most used button in Blender, definitely. I definitely have autosave on. It saved me a few times. Yeah, perfect. Move a keyframe, save, adjust a pose, save, modify a render setting, save. Very, it's so on point. There's been a couple of times where I've had a project and I thought I had autosave on, and then Blender's just like, don't love it today, and then it just crashed. Okay, let's see. I think, yeah, this is gonna be quite simple, I think. And we'll just move it back like this. And then this one can hold. So we'll have like that. And there needs to be a frame between these two. Well, maybe a couple of frames actually. So we'll have one this way. And then like that. And then that will hold. We'll do another tassel. I'm going to change the colour on this. Just because it's a bit annoying to figure out which is which. And then we'll have a tiny one. We're going to follow the guide of this one. It's going to be like a little bit delayed. How does that look? And I don't want it to be a direct copy, so that needs to be up a little. Okay. Like that. And then here. And then we want it to loop back to this first position, so I've changed the bits and pieces on that a little bit. So probably like here-ish. To be honest, we can move that up and then just copy it across and it still will look okay. There we go. Yeah. Okay. I tried the pose library saved with grease pencil colour to see if I could change before I do a body and head turn, but it didn't work. The pose library is something I need to look at. There's a couple of bits that I want to do with mouse shapes and poses that I need a Reject Convenience to help me with. Anonymous, hello. How long would it take to draw an entire episode? 20 minutes of a cartoon like Family Guy. Something simple, no shadowing or details at all, just flat colours. On your own? Because assuming you've got all your pre-production stuff ready, for 20 minutes, if you did it solidly, and you had no other like obligations or chores or anything, I say that 20 minutes, if it's limited animation and you're fast, you could probably do that in 2-3 months if you're on your own. But if you've got a team, it really depends. Like, there's so many different factors. How many characters have you got in there? Are you actually drawing them all, or are you using like what are they called? Oh my god, I've not done animation stuff in so long. Oh my god, my mind has just gone blank. What is it called? Cut out. Well, you've got like puppets, rigged characters. There we go. Yeah, it really depends. There's a lot of different factors, but if you're fast and it's limited animation, you could, and you really limited it, you could go a couple of months, do that. And I need to build up more stuff in my pose library now that I have some downtime. Yes, please teach me your ways. Do I have any recommendations for Blender tutorials for beginners? If it's 2D, I have a tutorial for that. But if it's 3D, Reject Convenience has a playlist on their channel, and it's full of beginner Blender stuff. But I really like, what are they called? There's a couple. There's a couple of tutorials that I really like. I want to say his name's Joey. Honestly, I go through phases where I'm like, I am learning this thing for ages. And then I'll just switch up and be like, oh, actually, where is he? Stuff by Southern Shotty is quite good. Who else? Joey Carlino. There we go. I knew it was beginning with a J. But yeah, anything by Joey Carlino. If you find like a simple tutorial, or just like make this thing with me and follow it through, that's the best way to learn Blender, because you can watch as many tutorials as you like, but if you're not like putting it into practice, it's not going to stick with you. But yeah. Sanjay, hi. Which tablet do I use? I have a Huion something or other that was sent to me. I think it's like I'm not sure if it's 4K or 2.5K. It's good. It does buzz a little bit though, I think. It used to buzz. That might be something to do with my plugs. Pan, this is TVPaint. I might move to Blender in a bit, but we're just doing some little loops, and I'm thinking about doing another brush pack for Blender. I want to transfer some of my my other brushes over and see if I can get like a similar effect. Now, because obviously all the engine and stuff has changed, I haven't actually made any brushes since I made that first pack, and I've forgotten how to do it, so that will be a fun thing to relearn. So yeah, okay. Let's do some of the background pieces in this. We'll do we'll do this pink. So we've got like a little pond thing here, I think. Sometimes I look back at my sketches and I'm like, what have you done? Who did this? Who did this? Kiani, hi. Hello, really like your videos. Thanks so much. Really appreciate that. What am I, your personal Blender encyclopedia? Yes, yes you are. Yes, it's literally because of Reject Convenience that I made a 3D thing at all. So, big shout out. Yes, Riggs. Oh, you don't know if that playlist is public? Okay. Thing is, in Family Guy, they're mostly barely anything moving. Mouth and hand gestures. It's not even though veranda shoot. Yeah, it really depends. I think everyone is different. Like, what would annoy me mostly with that sort of stuff is drawing. Actually, I'm not gonna sketch it out too much. We're gonna I'm gonna go for flat. And we'll do grayscale, to be fair. Hello? No, you going back to sleep? Oh, he's tired. He's a tired baby. Let's do this. And let's move that above. And go to... Also, I miss all of these blending modes in Blender. Very sad, very sad. I do have another project that I could work on in a bit. I want it to be like a mix of 2D, 3D. And it's starting out as sort of like a pitch deck. So if any of you have seen like the pitch decks for Adventure Time or... what's it called? There's another show that I'm thinking of. It's gone. I forget how hard it is to talk and draw things and actually sound coherent on live stream. Oh, it's been so long. Okay. Yeah, here. That's gonna have to go above. Oh my gosh. There we go. Can I make an OpenTunes tutorial? I will be looking at OpenTunes this year. I've got a list of software that I want to go through. I said it earlier, but I bought Moho and I have a Clip Studio Paint thing, and I need to look at Tahoma 2D. Just go through them all basically, but I'll probably spend like a couple of weeks on each and maybe do like a mini tutorial. I want to do like mini animations in each of the software and then just let you know how I found each. But hopefully like a little tutorial on whether they're any good or how to get started with it. I don't know what this hand gesture is. To be fair, my videos don't have a ton of movement and it still took a solid 3 weeks of work to animate a half-hour video. That's with a ton of assets to help me do it faster. Yeah, I still can't believe how fast you did that, to be honest. Have I looked at Toon Squid recently? It's on the list. I've seen a load of stuff that they've added and it does look really good. It's definitely a contender. It's like Calipeg and Dreams combined. Not that I use them, but also has bones. I saw that they'd added some rigging stuff to it, which is really exciting. Can this be done in grease pencil in Blender? Yeah, drawing, for sure. I probably could have moved this to Blender, to be fair. Am I a football fan? No. I don't mind other people being fans of it, but I'd prefer to watch rugby, I think. It's a bit more violent. Yeah. The injuries are pretty crazy in football though. I went to a football match once and it was exciting because it was a good match, you know. And the vibe when you go to see a football match in person is... it's a lot different to watching it on TV, so it's a bit better. But basically, both teams decided that they were going to have a fight on the pitch, except the away team's goalkeeper. And they were just like dogpiled and like kicking and punching each other. And I was like, oh, is this normal? And I looked at my friend who I'd gone with and he was like, no. So I was sitting there with his parents and he was like, this is interesting. But yeah, it was that's definitely the most exciting football match I've been to. My cousin, she's a big fan of football, but yeah, I'm not like big into sports, but I'll watch like the Olympics. yeah, I'll watch the Olympics, or like if it's like World Cup and final and England's in there somehow. I watched the women's when we won, which was really cool. But yeah, not big into sports. Words are so difficult. I'm so nervous to stream again for that very reason. It's fine. It's fine. You've got your little guy. You don't have to be on camera. But no, it's fine. It's fine. I need some flowers on this. We'll do like a layered one, I think. Oh no, I've got the wrong tool for that one. Let's do darker. Darker. Actually, that's fine. And then instead of, also I missed this, being able to turn any brush into like any object into like a stencil easily, and then just switching them out like that. There. I'm sure there's other bits and pieces that you can do in Blender. I do really need to sort my shortcuts out, to be fair. Let's add some. I keep forgetting that the dog's in it. If I make any like sounds, he thinks the cat is coming in, and so he wakes up. I tend to click as well. I noticed someone pointed it out a while ago on a stream, and they were like, do you realise that you sit there and you go and I was like, no, and now I'm very aware that I do it. Lighter, I think. Let's do some of this. And then this one. Like that. I want to do like a daily challenge where I draw something or studies for a couple of hours every day, because I feel like I get so involved in different projects that I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna focus on this thing now. And when I started doing 3D, I was like, oh, I'm getting quite good at it, or like it felt a bit easier, and I was so focused on that I stopped drawing. And I was like, I feel rusty now. I feel so rusty. But yeah. Let's see. It's on the list. The list is haunting me. I can get it up. Hang on. So this year, I want to do. I've done the critter update, so that is off the list. That is finished. I've got the next how to animate that I'm in progress with. That is going well. And then I've got another mini tutorial, and then I have Tahoma, OpenTunes, Moho, because I bought that. I was like, if I buy it, I have to make it. And then I need to update on the sketchbook tutorial, flip clip, Calipeg, Toon Squared is on my list. And then I've got a load of other like animation challenges, tutorials and stuff that I want to work on. So it is in there. It is in there. Where are we? There we are. You said you haven't animated in a while. Did you mean on a live or in general? So I haven't animated. It's been a couple of weeks. I've spent most of my time like editing, but I haven't animated anything physically like this in about a month, I'd say. And on live stream, it's been months, like almost. I think it's been like a year since I've been live streaming. So this feels very weird, very weird. I was suspected KD liked violence. Source, her process of making a 3D dude in only a week. Yeah, life is very violent. What are your best go-to suggestions for a beginner animator who wants to improve draftsmanship for animation? I know people say practice, but I feel like I improved drawing faster animating than I did just doing studies and things, because you're drawing lots and lots of things, and when you animate, it's like I definitely say like make like a mini project that you want to work on, just something like a loop, or even if it's just like a copy or a study of an animation that you really like, and then see how you can sort of turn it into your style and see how everything is spaced and timed differently. But yeah, like a mini project that's something that you can get done in like a week and that you're not going to be too stressed about. That's perfect, because then you get the buzz from being able to finish something, and then you're practicing and it feels like you're improving a lot more, and then like as soon as you finish that, you can do something a little bit more complex, like just build on that. But yeah, just mini projects are the way to go, I think. I'd like to stream, but I'm camera shy. I did design my own character rig, it's just a matter of actually getting around to do it. I have my little guy that I made. Hang on. It's loading. I don't know if I've got it in here. Video. Is it this one? Maybe. There she is. So basically I made this and it's linked to something. Yeah, so every time I talk, it's basically so simple. It's two animated loops, and I will talk, and this is the loop when I'm talking and it reacts to the microphone, and when I stop talking it goes to the second loop. And you can have like a couple of different things on this. So I'm hovering over it now, but there is closed mouth, open mouth, and then you can choose, add in a couple of extra bits, and then you've got like different transitions and things, and you can do like different states. I think you can have like variations, so she'd probably be like angry or something else, something cool. But yeah, that's the little one that I made. I kind of want to do like a motion tracked 3D with my 3D character, and see how I can get that sorted. I was looking at, was it Live 2D, and seeing if I could do like a 2D rigged thing, just to have fun, like just to see if I could do it, you know. Sometimes I like to suffer. But yeah, that's the thing. I think I made a tutorial on like how I made it anyway, in Blender. It was in Blender, so that is linked in the description of this video, I think. But yeah, it's definitely, I definitely prefer it when I'm not on camera, but I get complaints. People are like, where's your face? And like, obviously I've shown my face now, but it's definitely easier to be like more relaxed when you're not showing your face. because then I can read and like squint at the camera and not worry too much, or like worry about if I'm drawing I've got like a double chin or something. Yeah. I suck at daily challenges. I have sketchbook filled with failed Inktober challenge. I managed to complete Inktober once, and then every year after that I like missed days. It was just so hard to do. There is a new sort of productivity thing that I've been really liking. I can't say it properly because it sounds like I'm swearing at you, but it's focus without the S, MON.com. So it's focus, no S, mon. It sounds like I'm not even going to try, but basically it's like a fake Pokemon thing, and you collect stuff and then you do timers and set quests and you level up your Pokemon, and it's quite good. I like it. I got Moho Pro. I got the more spenny one, so it has like all the features. It's Moho 14 Pro, I think. Jade, hi, how's it going? Peak has returned. Yes. Hopefully I'm going to start doing it a bit more, streaming a bit more. I have a couple of other projects that I want to sort out as well, but it's very tempted to just switch over to Blender right now and just start doing the other thing that I was doing. I actually haven't finished the other project that I was working on ages ago. Where is it? Actually, let me see if I can find it. What folder was it in? Was it in my 3D folder? What project was it? Oh, I think it's in here. It's not there. Here it is. This chunky project that I still haven't finished. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, new thing, must focus on that. But I love Cartoon Saloon's integration of Moho TVPaint. Yeah, it's definitely, they talked about how they were just like 2D kind of like purists, and they were only going to do things hand drawn. But yeah, they switched to a couple of projects where they did rigged stuff, and it looked really good. I think it was like Puffin Rock, especially with their offshoot lighthouse. It looks very nice. I haven't animated in a year. Also, I work in character design, so I don't have time, but I miss animating every day. I think it's the thing is, when you do animation and art stuff for your job, when you come home at the end of the day and you're like, oh, I want to like draw more stuff. There's only so much like creative energy that I have, and it's difficult. It's difficult to balance it out. Thank you so much. I knew something about my approach to practice was off. Also, that character loop for stream so good. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely. I'd make like all these really complex plans and projects, and then suddenly I was like, I'd get so demotivated by the time I was like even halfway through. I've got projects that are I've got so many half finished projects that I'm just like, I can't. I've just realized that basically if I don't get those small wins, it's not going to be finished. I just need better time management, I guess. Speaking of Pokemon, did you try Temtem Swarm? Yes, I did. I bought it and I've spent a little bit too long on it. It's not a game that I can spend ages and ages on. So it's just sort of like a quick hour, I guess. It's like here and there. Moho Pro is my jam. I love it. Oh, nice. I've had people asking me to take a look at it for ages, so I will finally get around to it. Do I prefer writing scripts and making storyboards before drawing? Yes. Yes, I do. The planning stage for me is my favourite bit. Actually animating it is sometimes a bit like, because you can plan anything. When you actually have to do it, it's a bit sometimes. Cryptid, hello, Vlad World. Hang on, I'm squinting. Lies, Madvi, hello, Kafka. Sorry, so sorry if I pronounce anyone's name wrong. It's been a while. Let me see. Am I a full-time YouTuber? Yes. Currently living on my savings because YouTube for animation, especially at the frequency that I post, is not great. YouTube pays me about £80 to £100 a month. And I live in the UK and things are expensive. So, yeah, I am savings. But, yeah, full-time YouTuber. I've wrapped up on a couple of freelance projects. So I'm trying to do my own projects at the minute. Today was set to finish my old first 1 minute animation. I'll make it just so as possible and not 100% like how I imagined. Yeah, it's really difficult to. I am going to switch over to Blender and start on this other project. I'm going to animate these characters today. As I said, lots of unfinished projects, but yeah. Let's see. We need to be in a different setting. Got to remember how to. There we go. We'll do curtains. Mystic table. Got to remember what I named everything. What is this? That's going to be locked. That's fine. Okay. I'm gonna have to unhide stuff in a bit. Yep, okay. Let's see if I can. This. Well, I think I used like the basic brush last time. There we go. Why is the brush not working like I remember it would? We might have to go back to TVPaint at this rate. Sometimes Blender is just. Okay, let's go into the materials. There we go. Sometimes I hate it. Sometimes it's the best. Okay. Also, if I go into edit, is it gonna? No. Okay, so it's gonna behave today. I tried working in it last week, and it was showing up bits of line work that I had removed, and in like edit mode, and like I'd completely gotten rid of them, dots, points, and all. It was just decided that it didn't like it. Okay, let's. Also, I'm not loving 4.3 with like the brush. 0. Let's try 0.5. No, still like that looks massive still. 3, 2. We're going to be 0, 1. There we go. And let's do that. Okay. Is there anyone procrastinating? I'm procrastinating by reading chat. I'm pretending and switching projects, but I'm pretending that it's fine. Don't know why I feel procrastinating. As soon as I start animation, I have lots of ideas, but I couldn't make it. Oh, that is so, it's so real. You're not alone in that. That's me. That's me recently. I've found it like I've written down all these ideas and planned all this stuff, and I've just made no progress. And I was like, today I will live stream. So I'm doing the thing. But it's quite hard. What do I want the motion to be like? See, like I haven't even planned out the motion for this. I think. Tell you what. Duplicate that. Move that there. Go sculpt mode. Sculpt mode, my beloved. You are an angel. So we'll have a little dip down. And then another one. I'm just gonna. And then I think here is where we're going to erase, and then I will animate the tail. And I'm going to do that in a new layer, because what is any project for me without a million layers? Okay, so this cat tail. We're going to move this beneath because it's going to be at the back. Oh, okay. Let's see. It's hard even with a non-art style job. 10 hours a day at a PC screen to want to animate later at night, but the brain is just like, no, it's so difficult. Definitely. Okay. I'm gonna have to remove those cans. There we go. Okay. Let's erase that because that looks roughly the same shape. That one's definitely like a lot more curvier. And also, I think it needs to be 0.09. Yeah. Just a tiny adjustment. So let's think, how am I going to do this? So down, I think we'll have the tail come back. And then we'll go sculpt mode and just move it slightly. I don't want those on. Is it gonna... They're all on. Turn them off. Cat tail. I think another one. See? That's why I love sculpt mode. And then starting to slow down, so a little less between. And like a tiny movement. I might flick it a little bit, so I'll sort out the timing and everything. I know it's all on ones at the minute, which is not my favourite, but you pronounce my name wrong, I'm gonna cry. No. Oh, thank you so much. Hang on. My eyes. Zektari, I hope, or is it? How do you even pronounce that? I'm not with it today, but we are moving. So, I'm planning on doing like a pitch deck for. I want to say it's like a kids TV show, but it's got cats in it, and they're cooking. Is it in this sketchbook? I don't know if it's in this one. I can't believe it. I think I finished this one. That's mad. I finished that one. Shocking. Shocking behaviour from the girl who never finishes anything. God knows where that other sketchbook is. Well, there was plans somewhere else. Hang on. I'm looking around this room and I have no idea where it's gone. But I had another sketchbook. Is it in here? And it had like a storyboard. It had a storyboard for like a trailer for a kids show. God knows where that's gone. Okay. It's fine. But yeah, I want to do that. So it's like a kids TV show. And I want to animate food in it. So it's like a cat and he owns like a van. Like a food truck. And he goes around and cooks things. And I like how most animators have a preferred software, but you swap between so many. Amazed at how you remember them all, going from dreams to critter to Calipeg critter. Every time I have to try. Yeah, it's difficult. And sometimes I'm like, go to do the shortcut for one thing and it's like, oh, that's in the other program. But yeah, I've basically like having the YouTube channel and making all the different tutorials and stuff has made me be like, someone asks a question, I'm like, I don't know how to do that, let me go figure it out and then get back to you. But yeah, if I ever get mad at Blender, I just remember at least it's free and open source. That is so true, so true. Vlad, hi, did you continue learning 3D? I love combining 2D and 3D, but sometimes it's hard to compose it like the 3D elements belong. Yeah, so I did keep going. I made 3 extra characters. So I made my character and then I did 3 new ones for Reject Convenience, and they're in his videos. So not the one he posted yesterday, but the one before that. And yeah, they're in there. The little guys in the example, I made them for him. So I was pretty pleased with them. I do need to do some more, to be honest. Haven't used Blender in a while, but doesn't the F key help get the size of your brush? So it's not precise, I don't think. So if I hit F, why is it working now? Hang on. Yeah, I don't think I can do it with like proper precision, but 09. At least if I do it like this, I can remember like the exact thing. Am I thinking about submitting your pitch book to the BBC Ignite for 2025? I don't think so. If I was going to make a trailer or anything, I would want to submit it to Pictoplasma next year. I went last year. My friends are currently there right now. But very fun. I'm not like with the BBC thing. I think I checked out like the terms and conditions of that, and it's very much like you have to get other people and companies involved to manage the money, and it very much is like a full-scale production rather than just something that I would make with friends and put online. So it, like, the money would be great, but it really depends on like how it goes. Like my friends do run a studio, and we've got other people involved who are like brilliant at like backgrounds and stuff. So potentially could go for the BBC Ignite, but I definitely don't think it'll be this year. It would be interesting just to go and see if they liked it and pitch it. Could then make a video about it. No, it was so fun to make them. Let me know if you need any more. Might have to like do a set and then just release them and be like, how is everyone going to texture this or add details to it? It would be quite fun. Okay, so tail goes up, and then we want like a little wiggle for the tail. So let's do, I think it's going to be like this. Like that. I think this piece needs to go in a bit more. Let's turn the onion skin off so I can see properly. Yeah. And then I think we'll bring it back. The shape, like consistency, so hard. Oh, okay. Okay. There. Oh. That's fine. So here. It's alright, it's not for us. He's heard someone outside. I think with this one, it's gonna like flick it. Flick the tail. And this piece should be here. Get rid of that bit, It's kind of like a human hand, really. I don't like that bit. Let's go sculpt mode and see if we can shift it around. There we go. And then I think we'll go for another one. I'm going to duplicate. That is the right key. I haven't even got the stabilizer on. I was wondering why it was looking odd. Okay, turn that right down. There we go. No wonder. No wonder. Okay. Actually, let's get rid of this. Okay. And then we want like a what I probably should have done is broken this down into a simpler shape and then added this extra piece on. Because what I've done here is I've basically gone straight into lining, and that's not the way I usually do it. This one. There we go. Trying to remember all my keys. So there. This is Blender. Make the extra piece merge into the other side as it flicks. Yeah, just gotta see. This is the thing. If you don't, if I don't animate at least for a little bit every day, I feel it is a muscle. It's a muscle that I lose. Okay. Okay. Like that. Just looks odd. Has anyone ever done any drawing challenge where it's either for like a draw every day or a draw for a certain amount of hours? Because I think next week that's what I might have to do and see where it gets me. That is definitely it's going to be like that. I'm starting to loosen up now, and it's been, how many hours has it been that I've been drawing? It's been, what is this? An hour. It has been an hour. Okay. Just doing different shapes now. And then what I think I'll do is duplicate that one, and then we have an in between here. Okay. This one, I think it's a nice movement, but it needs to move over. And then move that across. And I want this end piece. Oh, there we go. Think another couple, so we'll do like a slight, might do a smear between these, and then we'll do this, and then go back to draw mode, go like that. Just love a smear frame. And then these ones can go across. We'll just see. See where it takes. See where it takes us. Move it over a little bit more. Then we'll go down. I could like redraw this, but don't have to. Don't want to. Wow, you're an artist. You must love drawing. Sometimes. Okay, and then I think if we go right down and then slow, this one we'll have another smear. Like this. And then we'll have 1, 2, there. And then actually we'll just have it between these. Make it a larger. I'm gonna have to stretch these out with the S key because there's no way I'm moving them all individually. Okay, that's not too bad. I like that bit. And I think this one we can have sort of like a hold and like a little move before it then goes down into this. Although I think that needs another frame between. We'll see. Enjoy your real job. Reject convenience. Thanks for stopping by. I want to ask, do I need a pen for drawing or a mouse? Which is good. So you can do it with a mouse, but it's going to take longer. I would recommend a pen tablet. You can have one that is just like a tablet and you draw and then you look at your computer screen. It's actually better for your posture. But I find a screen tablet like easier, like this. So yeah, drawing on the screen does feel a lot more natural, but they tend to be more expensive. Yeah, no worries, Alice. Thanks so much for stopping by. But yeah, it really just depends. So okay, so between here and here. And then I think let's have a little one in here that I'm going to use sculpt mode to. Okay, there. Just move. Let's move it all. And then another little piece. You're being so good, Bowley. Talking to the dog. He's asleep. I've made him like a little. Didn't bring his bed up this morning, so I've made him a little bed out of like a spare quilt that I have in here that the cat has been sleeping on. And anything the cat has, obviously the dog has to have, so he's like laid on it. The cat has shed all over it. He came in and he was like, what is this? Sniff, sniff. Will I be upgrading to the new TVPaint? Unless they want to send it to me, I will not be buying. I forget how much it is. It's spenny now. Because when I bought the original TVPaint, I was a student, so I got the student discount. It does look good. Unlike the new, like just the folders and everything, that would be nice. But for me, I don't think it's. Yeah, I can't just. I think it was like £2,000. Hang on, let me see. Standard. Yeah, including VAT, it's almost €2,000. Can't afford that. Yeah, this is Blender. Anonymous History Nerd. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. But yeah, TVPaint is spenny now. So yeah, €1,600 excluding tax. The standard is $780. Yeah. I suppose if you... Oh, it's a little bit cheaper because you can upgrade. I don't know what that would be though. So it's 11 professional to 12. Oh, okay. So it'd be €960 if I wanted to upgrade the software, which is a little better. It's like half price, but I don't really want to drop a good €800 on that. Yeah, I'd love it. Can't afford it. There is a section to upgrade. Yeah. Thing is though, what if I don't like the new one and then I've spent €800-900 to upgrade? Because obviously if you upgrade, you then can't, I'm assuming you can't use the previous version that you have. So, and with Blender, I like to be able to go back to previous versions. I'd quite like to be able to do the same with TVPaint, to be honest. Because if you paid like full price for a previous version, you should be allowed to keep it. In my personal opinion, though. And then I think I want this to just go back and forth. So we'll have like this one. Ooh. I'm really bending it out of shape there. So I think I'll duplicate these. And then if I make it bigger, okay. I did check and you can run both as a new application. Oh, okay. That's not so bad then, but yeah, I won't be dropping like I think it was €960 on that. Do you think I should message him and be like, hey? I've never done that. I don't know. If people want to reach out to me, if anyone from TVPaint is in the chat. Yeah. I might get it eventually if it's if it ends up being worthwhile for people and they want to know, they want to see the difference. And Toon Boom is really expensive now. That's always been quite expensive. There's like two grand, and it's completely subscription. I don't know if you can buy a permanent license anymore. It's my sketchbook. It's gonna bother me that I've lost that sketchbook. Maybe it's in my bedroom. So I don't have very many other places that, oh, well, actually. Hello? Are you awake? Do you want to come say hi to chat? Ooh, big stretch. Come here. I don't think that's anything to do with us, Polly. You see? And chat, see? The baby. Can you see? He's looking out the window. He thinks someone's pulled up to see you. They have not pulled up to see you. They're the neighbours. Yeah. Also, this you have been very distracting. Can we take a little break? Has been an hour. Hour and a half almost. You done with your nap? I've managed this tail flick. Okay. Don't particularly like those. I delete those. He's just standing on the desk now. You get to look at him. He's so nosy. I think it's part of being like a dash hound. Can you see? Can you see? Well, you can see trees at the minute. So this one. This. That bit needs to move. Do you want to come down for a cuddle? No sit? Oh, he's so sleepy. So sleepy baby. Don't know if you can see. Do it. You're covered in cat hair. Hello? Yes, my favourite animation position. Foley, you put your paw in my pocket. You'll go down. Go on, go lay on your cat bed. Oh, good boy. He might need a wee. He needs a wee, chat. He needs a wee. Alright, I will be right back. Let me put some extra bits in here so you can have it play while I'm outside letting the dog go for a wee. Yeah, I'm coming. He's crying at the door now. I'm coming. We shall return. Oh my god. Unbelievable. Oh, that's why. So, he didn't need to go out for a wee. He just wanted to bark at the neighbours. Terrible, terrible. You're making me want to jump back into Blender. That's the thing though. Every time I see someone animating something or doing something, especially in 3D, I'm like, I need to do that. And then I see someone doing something else, I'm like, I need to do that. Polly! It's fun though. Animation reminds me of Hilda, thank you. I do like Hilda a lot. Okay. That tail is... Oh, standing on the lawn. Just making sure everything's okay. We're pretty good friends with our neighbours. Okay, oh, the body. Just remembered. So this one, where's that one? Okay. So select those, S, stretch it out. And then I think the way I wanted this cat is when the tail goes here. I wanted the ball to like float up. So we'll go down. So what is it? And down again. I think we should be fine like that. Maybe a little bit wider. Little dude's chilling, enjoying the berries is a vibe. Yes. It's meant to be like a tavern scene, sort of like ambience, tavern vibes. And I think if I was in this world, I would want to be the little guys eating berries. Sorry, just have nuts. Hot honey cashews. Obsessed with hot honey at the minute. I looked into getting like a beehive. So my obsession with like new hobbies and stuff doesn't just cover animation. And then I was like, no, restrain yourself. Don't get into beekeeping. My sister's allergic as well, so there's no way I could have bees. Although last year we had a swarm come into the garden and they settled in one of the shrubs. And I was like, this is a sign for me to get some bees. And she was like, absolutely not. Okay, so in this section, I have this ball merged down like that. So for this one, where is it? Here. And I think I think it's then going to select it. And I'm going to start to move it up. So a little bit more. I want to zoom in on this section actually. No, just moved another keyframe by accident. This one. So there should be a keyframe there. And I think I want these on twos because who's got time to animate on ones, honestly? Let's look at that. And basically I want this white ball to come up. The eyes are going to move up. And then he's basically wanting like his fortune read by this mystical cat. We'll do it there. There. And then I think I want it to like slow at the top, so spacing gets smaller. And then down again. And this section is going to be quite evenly spaced. Good morning from the US. I work remote, so it's nice to have your stream on to feel like I have another co-worker. Exactly. That's honestly the reason why I used to stream so often, is because I was like, if I have a project that I'm working on and I can talk to people in chat, it's like, oh, there are other people watching me work, and also like I need to do stuff. And then because also working on my own remotely as well is, I do kind of miss an office environment where I can have a chat, but I definitely don't get as much work done if it's office. Okay. Oops. There. Come on. There we go. Sometimes it's a bit temperamental, and it's like, oh, actually, we're not going to do what? Because I'm in edit mode and I didn't select the whole thing, just the outer edge. Then I want another little one, and then I want it to come down. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. I think these need to be on like 3s. So I'll just stretch them out. That's definitely like better timing for it. Maybe these need to be on 3s as well. See, it's not like an even spacing. That's another thing that I miss in like TVPaint when I'm working in Blender. Because it's like, if I move that one, they don't all move similarly. There's a bit in TVPaint where you can select frames and then choose how long you want each to be exposed for, and they all do it at the same time, which is nicer. Let's do one between those. So there. So it's from about here. Can I change the colour of this? Yes, I can. I'm just going to change the colour of those so I know where the loop is. Let's get rid of that. Okay. And then if I duplicate it again. Let's see how that looks. Okay, not too bad. I think that last one is a bit much though. So I'm gonna zoom in and have it fall back to the table. I could make the table levitate as well. Adding in another layer. Let's see. To be honest, I could add a smear in there. This one. If I could do this. And then if I go at the beginning. Okay. This one, move that there. This one can... Maybe not. That's fine. Same here. I work remotely and stream. Yeah, I always end up having like a stream on in the background. The thing is, if I have, unless it's someone like actually working alongside me, I'm like, so like if they're playing a game, I'll be like, I need to watch. Like, oh, I need to see what you're doing. I can't watch games very often. So if it's a stream like this, very helpful. But yeah, I'm glad the stream is helping. Let's see. Right. So we have the ball. Ball is moved. So next step is probably cat eyes, like the direction. And then we can start animating him. The night. He's probably going to be like a lot more limited animation because he's not going to move too much. I think I just want him to like gasp and move back maybe when it floats. I could have something come up in the crystal ball. I could have this other thing. Maybe just like little symbols or something. Yeah, what else? I could make the table float like a tiny bit. Or actually, not float, because that's effort. Could have like the ends of the tablecloth move, like flutter a little bit. That is better. And then he can do that. Now I need to animate. I think what else I'm going to have is the curtains are going to close. And then they're going to open. But that animation, that will be separate. Because I think I want to layer it. extra work. Amazed since COVID how many people work remotely. I think it should have always been something that was available, especially if, like, with the internet. There's no reason why you couldn't. I suppose a lot of businesses were like, oh, we can't do remote work, blah, 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 and resisted it quite a bit. I suppose, obviously, if you're renting a space, especially if it's expensive in the middle of a city, you don't really want your workers to work from home. So, and then sometimes you get the managers where they like stand behind you and make sure that you're doing your job properly. My job is trying to transition back to working in office, but they're 2 states away, so they can't make me come in. At least they won't pay for the move. Yeah, that's the difficult thing, especially if you're in like a cheaper state or like a cheaper place to work, and it's been working fine. Then they're suddenly like, oh, you've got to come into work. What, are you going to pay me to commute in the traffic? I don't think so. I always say TVPaint's got something better, so what's your reason for using Blender, just out of curiosity? So there's a lot of things that I love, like sculpt mode, my angel, my baby girl for Blender. Like, love sculpt mode, love being able to put stuff in 3D space, because you can put stuff in 3D space in TVPaint, but it's not as good as Blender. Like the 2D animation tools are obviously so much better in TVPaint, and the colouring, oh my god, the colouring is leaps and bounds ahead of Blender, but they're just, you know, different bits. I love like switching between the two. Blender is also free and more accessible to a lot more people, so when I'm using TVPaint and people ask me like, should they get it? I'm like, that's a big chunk of change, especially if you're not a student and you can't get the student discount, like, especially in the economy. Yeah, Blender's free. There's loads of stuff, open source for it. It feels more accessible, which is why I like to recommend Blender, even if it is a bit jank sometimes. So I am looking into more like free alternatives, and I've just started getting into 3D. And if I don't use Blender very often, it's gonna I get distracted, and then I forget everything I've learned, and then I have to go back into TVPaint or watch my own tutorials, because they're not just for you, they're for me as well. So, but yeah, lots of. I'm expecting that I'm gonna end up liking Moho quite a lot when I get around to using it. I'm expecting that I'm gonna like certain bits of Clip Studio Paint. It's difficult. I like options. So he could slightly reach for his sword. He could. I could have his helmet lift off as well, and he could be like pulling it down. There's just so many options I could have with this. The stream screen visual was, I bought it off Etsy. I do like it very much. We have this one, and then we have my just chatting extra bit, and then we have the ending as well. I mean, I could have made it myself. But I was like, you know what? I fancy a switch up. And then I bought it. It wasn't expensive. Oh, he's barking again. What are you barking at? Sorry, I literally had like the flu last week. And I've got like I had a serious cough with it. So if I go quiet for any reason, that's probably because I'm coughing. It's a lot better now. Sucks though, because I've always wanted to work in an office after graduation, but a lot of studios in the UK are remote now. Yeah, I think there's, if it's like a regular job with like office work, there's definitely a different vibe for like a creative career with an office. That's quite nice. I did an internship when I was finishing like my 3rd year of uni, and it was nice to be able to see what everyone else was working on. But definitely, it felt better than being in the regular office. Let me see. I think a couple of candlesticks would be nice on the counter to fill a little bit of empty space. So this, there is going to be like a barmaid and like a, what are they called? Mr. Tumnus. What is he? From Lion, Witch and the Wardrobe, where he's got like a goat, deer bottom half. I can't think of the name. But yeah, and then there's going to be like jars of stuff behind them. I don't know if I've shown you. I have the reference. There we go. There's the reference in what they should, what everything should be looking like. As I said, I like to make things really complicated for myself. But yeah, definitely maybe a couple of candlesticks or something on the desk, on the bar would be nice. Like in shock and it's not too broad a movement. Okay. Animate Empire, thank you. I try with Blender. To be honest, I think I've been using it for 2D for like a year or two now. So it feels like no time at all and then all the time. You have returned. What did you miss? Not much. The dog is now downstairs and barking periodically. But yeah, he's fine. We have the tail sorted. We did the ball. Okay, so I need to do the eyes. I do love chatting, but like you guys need to have something to look at as well. Okay. Let's also turn some of these extra pieces off while we're working on it. Curtains, wall. Okay, so le cat. Kitten. There we go. And then back here we have, let me see. Oh, no, too much. Aha. Okay. Oh, I know what I should do. So on these, I'm just going to make it track. And then I think we can have the eyes stay still. Just remembered I haven't caught up on chat. Oh my god, chat has jumped. Flashy Vlogs, hi, how's it going? Ja, hello. I keep trying to find a colouring method in Blender that works for me. It feels clunky. Yes, it does. It is clunky. It's not my favourite. I do miss TVPaint for that. There is the multi-frame colouring, which works sometimes. It's a bit tricky. Anytime I attempt colouring in Blender, it's a touch and go whether it actually works or not. And then they've removed the edge sort of closing tool thing that I used to use. Boundary strokes. Let me see. It should be. Yeah, they don't. They used to have like boundary strokes in here. And now it's either moved or they've gotten rid of it in the new version. So I do like version 4, not 4.3. So like the old Blender Grace Pencil before they updated it. That was kind of nice. I want to work with motion graphics more. What is the alternative to After Effects? There's some new software that I keep seeing a lot of people talk about. What is it called? What is it called? Not Spline. I will figure it out. I will figure it out and I will remember it for next time. But there is there's one where it's kind of like a live UI thing. So imagine if you're on a website and there's characters on there, and as you move your mouse across the screen, they'll like interact. If you click on it, they'll do like little animations and stuff. I can't think what that software is, but that is close. And there's a couple of other ones. They're not like true alternatives because it is, After Effects is standard. But you can sort of hack motion graphic stuff in other software, but yeah, really depends. If I'm just doing illustration, you can use Critter for colouring. Like, I tried colouring in Critter for animation in my last video, and I didn't like that either. For animation, is pain. It's a pain in the butt. I actually like Blender more for colouring animation than Critter, which is saying something. It's alright for illustration, obviously, but anything more than like a frame, it's not happy. And you have to do it by hand. I think we're good for that. Let me have a look. Also, how's the music sounding? I think I might change to something else. We're on the lo-fi playlist by Stream Beats. I use them for like all of my videos. I'm thinking, should we try some chiptune? I do love this playlist. A fawn. Yep, that's it. There we go. I remember when you did that sketch and the leg was annoying you. Yeah. Maybe that's why I just haven't been drawing enough. My goal is to be able to draw fawns properly. I'm not sure I like that frame. And then I think here, this one, get rid of that. Actually, maybe instead of just looking at it, I can have the eyes roll back. And then we'll do a couple. I can really tell my voice is like wondering what is going on. I haven't spoken this much in like absolutely ages. There was one time I did like a 6-hour stream, and how on earth I did that, I have no idea. It was like 6 hours solid of just animation and talking, because I had a project, and I was just like, oh my gosh. I think I want that there and that here, and then I want the eyes to disappear. And then with this one, they're gonna sit up a little bit more. Get rid of that. Go away. There we go. Go up. Like that. And then we'll have the eyes come back down. We'll do small. Okay, let's try there and there. I just want it to loop, so I am copying those frames over. Also, the tail is in this one. So I'm gonna have to get rid of them. An easy solution. Get rid of that one. And this one, I think. Yeah, okay. So what are we on? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Maybe we'll do it on 4s. And then I need to sort those because they kind of flick down. That's not too bad. Okay. See what that looks like. Okay, question. Why is there a double tail? Why is there a double tail? Okay, so here's the cat tail. Some frames must have just been moved along. Because they should be there. And then I think if I have these across at the end. Let's move these. Because I don't really want them to be too jittery. That's fine, I'll just match up the end of the tail. Also, I can actually clean it up now. So I'm going to do something. Don't forget to drink water or tea to help. I have like this massive, it's like 1.9 litres. It's a Yeti bottle. And I was like, I don't drink enough. So I think if I drink one of these a day, I'm like, well done, you're not dehydrated today. But I think you're meant to actually drink like 2 of these a day. That's really, really like a struggle. But thank you for remembering for me to remember to drink water. So Rolo is a miniature dachshund, and if you like a dog that barks and licks and is very nosy, then dachshunds are perfect. But yeah, I love him to bits, but he's very needy and he likes to be with you and he barks a lot. So if you're living on a main road and you've got a window that they can sit up at, they're going to be barking all day. He spends a lot of time with our neighbour, like over the road, because she lost her dachshund in 2020. And then when we got him, he's the reason that she started talking to us. So she was like, oh, I see that you've got a little baby. And we were like, yeah. And so basically she's so good. And she's like, oh, can I have him for like the day or whatever? And I was like, you can have him anytime, because he's either like asleep upstairs with me, or he's downstairs asleep, or downstairs barking. And she just loves the company, and he loves her so much. So yeah, I do love a dachshund. Like, if you want a dog that wants to be with you all the time, perfect. He would sit inside your skin if he could. So I have an Uddy. In the winter, he will scrab, and I will lift the Uddy and he will get in and he will sit underneath, and he's lovely and warm. Perfect little heater. But yeah, he is, I'd say a dachshund is not for the faint of heart. So do with that what you will. Mum and Dad have just got a miniature schnauzer. Let me show you a picture. He's so cute. I love him to bits. This is my favourite picture of him. Ooh. Almost flashed you my address then. Okay, if I put it in here, you should be able. So I think I was actually wearing the same top, but he was just chilling with me on there. But he's really, really cute. I love him. Let's see, got another picture. This is him. But yeah, he's gorgeous. He's the cutest little boy. He's gonna be bigger than Rolo, obviously, but yeah, so far he's good. No barking, other than one time where he was growling at a plastic bottle. But other than that, he's less licky. But he's so cute. He's so cute. My favourite dog has been, we had a Labrador crossed with a Springer Spaniel, and he was crazy, but he was my favourite. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that. Rolo's barking again. But yeah, this is so relaxing. You need to stream more often. I do. I used to stream like once a week at least, and then I don't know, I just got out of the habit, and then I was like, I can't stream. Sometimes I just sit there and look at the stream, and I was about to click live, and then I was like, not today. It's a very interesting, like, I love streaming, but it's definitely a different sort of like muscle than normal. Okay, right, let's do this cattail. How am I going to do that? Okay, so duplicate empty keyframes, and then this one, low opacity on that. Okay. Right, let's line this. I do like lining quite a lot, because it's pretty, I was about to say pretty chill. Let's turn that on. Holy. Yeah, at least we'd never be broken in. That sounds like someone's outside. Not fast. He's got a different sort of bark when there's someone trying to deliver something, and then he has another type of bark if it's someone he likes that is coming to the door. So for our neighbour who looks after him, he has a different bark. So if it's the postman, hates the postman. It's like he sounds like a Doberman when the postman turns up. But our neighbour who he loves, he will bark slightly and then he will cry like really excited, and then that's how you know it's the neighbour. So, and then he has a different sort of bark if it's like my mum or dad, because he's excited to see them. Polly. And I am just closing off. I'm closing off the tail on this layer because filling it is going to be easier if I hide the rest of the cat. Because it literally, like, Blender will pick up, if you've got lots of different layers that intersect and lines that sort of cross over, it's so much easier to just hide them and do the colouring one by one, because if you don't, Blender's like, you have lines on the screen, let me count all of those when you're trying to fill this one individual section. I am making like small adjustments. Why does that sound like a delivery? He doesn't like delivery drivers either. Polly! He's delivering to the neighbour's house. Yeah, can't possibly have anyone walk down our road, because it's his road. Difficult thing with dachshunds is they love other dachshunds. He loves other dachshunds, and it's touch and go whether he actually likes other dogs. So he's perfectly fine with mum and dad's last dog, Tia. But if you're out and the other dog doesn't immediately pay attention to him and want to be friends, he's like, if you're not my friend, you're my enemy. It's quite a difficult or a different experience having a dog that's like, everyone thinks he's aggressive, even though he's been like socialised. He goes to doggy daycare once a week, and he's gone once a week ever since he was a puppy. Actually, he used to go twice a week. So he was socialised with other dachshunds, other dogs. She had like a Labrador that used to come. But yeah, it's just touch and go whether he's a bit of an arse, really. Rello. Like, love him, but bit of an arse. Yeah, it's definitely a different experience than if you've got like a sociable, friendly dog who just wants to be everyone's friend, which was Harry, the Labrador crossed with a Springer Spaniel. I was walking him down the beach one time, and we were along the cliffs, and there's you've got like top of the cliffs, and then there's like a slope down, and then like a bench, and then another slope down to get to the beach. And so this guy was sitting on a bench, and Harry was off the lead because friendly, you know, came when he called, and I was like, Harry, and he just kept going, and I was like, Harry, and then he went straight for this bald guy sitting on the bench, and he licked the back of his head, and obviously the guy was like facing away, so he's just got this dog at the back of his head licking his bald head, and he turned around and I was like, I'm so sorry, Harry, get here now. And he was like, oh my god, like I think he said he turned around and he said, "Ah, I thought I'd pulled." And I was like, oh my God, like, what a thing to say. But, you know, at least he wasn't like, "Oh my God, get your dog off me." But yeah, like, he'd never done that before. And I was like, what are you doing? You know? But yeah, the guy was all right about it, but I was embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. But yeah, Labrador Springer Spaniel. He's so cute. And then you've got Rolo, where people are like, "Oh, what a cute little dog," and then suddenly he decides that he doesn't like you, and he's like, "Rrr," and I'm like, "Please." I was like, he's actually really friendly. I'm so sorry. Okay, I think that one's fine. Just realised that I haven't done the, like, I want to basically like a thumb on this tail. Okay, just one more. Okay, and turn that off. So we have my favourite smear frame. Oh, this one. I think what I'm gonna have to do is use the toggle for the stabilizer. Nope, that is the erase. That's my... There we go. Let me see. Almost there. Do you know what? I'm gonna delete the ones where I moved them. Get rid of that. Okay. I'm gonna zoom in. What is the time? 1:15. Sculpt. Any unique Blender 2D artists you'd like to recommend? There's so many animators for Blender. None of them, like, my memory is terrible. My memory is terrible, but I might make a playlist with other Blender animators that I really like. That gives me some time to, like, actually go through who I follow. I'll get back to you on that one. But like for 3D stuff, Joey Carlino is usually my go-to. And there's, I think it's Doodle. What do they call it? Let me just quickly search it up. It's Doodle. Is it Doodle Pile? Doodle Pile? No. There's someone who makes really cool little like dioramas in 3D in Blender. Obsessed with their stuff. Hiya, how's it going? Everyone should take a look at Video Game Animation Study. Their videos are on point if you want like analysis for motion in video games and animation. Love their breakdowns. Highly recommend. But yeah, I hope you're doing good. Are you at... I was going to say, you didn't go to Picto, did you? Lucy and Jake are at Picto at the minute, and they were like, please come, and I was like, I can't this year. Maybe next year. But yeah, it looks good. Is it a project I'm working on? Yeah, so it was a thing that I was working on from ages ago, and I haven't finished it yet, so it's sort of like a loop. So you've got like the cat doing crystal ball reading in the corner, you got the little boys eating berries, there's going to be a couple of characters here at the bar, and then there's going to be jars of stuff in the shelves. But yeah, it's been going on for a while. I haven't only just picked it back up today, but yeah, I think Lucy mentioned that John and Helen had gone. You should definitely go next year. It is really fun. It's Picto is an animation festival. It's so full on. Basically there's different workshops, talks by different animators from all over the world, and then so you've got like the big conference bits. There's a party on the first night and the last night, and people stay out until like 5 in the morning. It's great. It's a great place to like network and talk to other people and just be really inspired. They have like people sell stuff on the last day as well, and you can see like all the different film screenings. So there's one in Berlin. There's a little one in London. I think there's one in New York. But Berlin's like the main one. But yeah, I think there's New York. There might be an Amsterdam. Is there an Amsterdam one? I don't know. There's a couple. Moves around the world. It was in London last year, but mostly in Berlin. Yeah, I think they do in New York. Yeah. So that you can kind of see it. At different places. It's quite nice. It's really cool. I was tempted to go In Motion and Off. Yeah, those are like some other big ones. So I think Off is in Barcelona and In Motion is in London. But yeah, I haven't done that, and I still haven't been to Manchester Animation Festival yet. So it's very... What was I doing? I was in this one. Yeah. There's just so many of them that I want to go to. But I met some really cool people last year. There was a girl... Oh my god, my memory. She was amazing. Her student film got into Picto, and it was like 3D, and it was commentary on climate change, and it was like all these 3D worms, and they were like dancing to the beat. And she was telling me, she was like, oh yeah, and we had an orchestra do the score for it, and it was so bizarre, because it made me laugh, because I imagined my uni putting on like getting a full orchestra to make the score for my film, which was hilarious. They would never have done that. Because obviously budgets and things, but she was just so casual about it. She was like, yeah, we got this orchestra, and I was like, you what? Yeah, so good. So Berlin Picto is happening like right now. I feel like the New York or the New York ones are like later in the year, like September time. I think Helen is the judge for the Cardiff. Oh, no way. Nice. I haven't been to that one either. I do, to be honest, I need to make something to get it in. I was talking with Lucy and Jake and we were thinking about doing something like a short film in seeing what we could do in like 24 to 48 hours. And I was like, guys, I love you. I do need to sleep within that time. So I think it might just be, we'll split it up over a weekend. So we'll do like 12 hours and then go home to sleep and then do another 12 hours. But we'll see, we'll see. They're in like a shared office space and they said no one is ever there on the weekends, so we could totally do something there. But yeah, okay, yeah, I'm probably gonna stream for, oh my god, 2.5 hours. I'm probably gonna stream for another 30 minutes to an hour, because then I've gotta make sure. Hello? Is that the wind? I think it's the wind. Holly? There we go. You can come back upstairs with me. Hang on. Here he is. There's the boy. You want to sit with me for a bit? You were downstairs crying. Oh, you stink. You need a bath. You need a bath so bad. Stinky. Sometimes he'll sit. No, we're not digging. That way. You can see out the window. No? You want to go down? On your bed? On your cat bed. There we go. On the bed. You can't need to go out. You've just been out. So this is what I mean, needy. So he'll cry to come upstairs and then he'll cry because he wants to go downstairs because he doesn't like me being up here in my office working. He wants to sit with me downstairs. Polly, on bed, come on. Look at this. I made it all nice for you. Come on. On bed. Yeah. Oh. See, that's where the cat's been sleeping. You love that. Oh, good boy. Yeah. Good boy. Oh, he's starting to settle down now. There we go. Oh. Mr. Salty, hi. How's it going? You're new here and you are very welcome. Have to shoot off. Yeah, no worries. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh my god, how are you make me so out of breath? You're not even that heavy. Yes, definitely 12 principles is a good starting point. Oh, yeah, also take like a mini project and just see how far you can get with it. Always a good idea. Don't make it too complicated either for like your first time animating. Do you have like a software picked out, or? Pearly, you've got all cat hair in your mouth. He's decided. Oh, doesn't look like that was working there. I definitely recommend like a free animation software if you're just starting out. This is Blender, obviously, and Blender is free, so can be a little bit intimidating, but I do have a tutorial or two on my channel. Oops. I don't know if you can hear that wood pigeon. It's very loud. Dog's looking at me. Like, what is that? Sometimes they settle in the trees outside. They usually wake me up in the morning, like 5-ish. I'm trying to get into more of, what do they call it, like a circadian rhythm. And so I sleep with with my blind up. So the sun wakes me up in the morning, which is great, but it also means that I have to go to bed early. I went to bed at like 9 last night. Is that an extra one? Must be. Chiptune always reminds me of like Mario. Let me save this as like another project. Cool. We're on version 4. And then I can get rid of that layer. It's fine. Am I using version 4.4? I believe they removed some of the greasy pencil features in 4.4. I'm using 4.3.2 and they removed some bits from earlier versions, like the, what were those? Boundary strokes. Because there used to be clean up boundary strokes in here. Yeah, so I haven't actually looked at the new version. I should probably take a look at that later. Okay, right. Before I get distracted. He's gone to sleep now. We're fine. It's always touch and go whether the dog is gonna kick up a fuss about being upstairs. But he's being a good boy today, so... Right, so let's do the night, because he's a bit more complicated than others. Let's... So here, he's going to be surprised and be like, oh, like that. And I might add that noise in to the final animation. Okay, We'll do sculpt mode, my favourite. 2, 3, and then we'll do like a slight movement forward. And then here we're going to go back slightly. Let's turn on the onions in so we can see that this little horn bit needs to go back. That's fine. God, I love a limited animation. And then here, I think we'll just duplicate these. And then he can go back to his regular pose. Like that. I'm probably just going to replace this arm. Is there going to be a catastrophic event for him? Oh, that was terrible. I don't know, he might appear in like another loop at some point in time. The thing is, it's got like so many different ideas, and being able to do even a fraction of them is probably going to take my entire life. There's in like a previous video that I made, I want to animate a dream I did, but it's so detailed and complicated, and there's like a million different characters in it. It's just, let's have a look, where is it? It was the new animation project script, how I start a new animation project, that video. It's like 4 minutes long, but it took me like a week. To get everything sorted. I do need to up the content. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe like I'll select a project to do on live streams. I want to do some more 3D stuff as well. I want to make a background for the 3D character that I made, so I can animate her talking in that background and have it look cool. But that's probably going to be like the next live stream. We'll see how I get on with it. I think the arms, definitely gonna have to move him. Oops, I am on stroke this way. This one. Just realised this shoulder piece should be up. There's a piece from the chair that's making me confused. Okay, there we go. Let's get rid of that. That's obviously like a single point. Do it like that. Let's get rid of this. Do stroke. Yeah, that doesn't look right, does it? That doesn't look right. Okay, that'll do. Oh, it's in the wrong place, so it's made a new keyframe. Okay. Let's delete that. This piece needs to stretch out as well. No, 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 no. Think like that. Almost there. Then I can remove this tiny piece like that. It's going to be annoying to colour this, guaranteed. What did I decide to do with the knight? He is gonna like just move his arm out, like when he's surprised. Then I'm trying not to add like too much stuff to it. Or like, this needs to be moved, this needs to be this. So he's just gonna be chill, I think. And then let's move those over. So yeah, like that. I'm actually not even sure if it's slightly covered by the curtain, but we're all right. Okay, so I think he's gonna have to turn his head, maybe look at the cat here, and then look back. So let's delete this. Just do a mini. Nope. Go ahead. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, the I was gonna make them like glow or something, but that is for when we actually finish this thing. So over here. And then this piece is gonna just gotta make sure it looks like it's turning. I think this is gonna have to go over like that, so that's over the top of the head like that. Close enough. I think I need to redo this eye. and then we'll move it back here. Just close this area, and then here I'm going to use sculpt mode just to move him slightly. Tiny bit. And then forward a little before he settles back. And then there. And then because this is technically the last frame, it needs to loop. So that's gonna have to go there. So now we have surprised. Yeah, that's definitely too fast. And then here, like there maybe. Let's try that, see what the timing's like. There's something about this section. Okay, so that's definitely, that turn is definitely too quick. And no wonder, because it's on once, of course. And then here, I think we'll have, and then there. He's gonna have to sort himself out like that. How many frames? 1, 2. So the yeah, they're kind of they're threes. That's not too bad. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. Let's turn the rest of this on. It's just an aeroplane, Pearly. You alright? Oh, there's no chairs. No. Do you want me to have a look? Ow. Electric. It's fine, Polly. There's no one there. It's just the neighbour getting in the car. So nosy. Yeah. So, what is next? I suppose it's colouring. Let's colour them. And then we can say that that bit is done. Yeah. Don't sleep. Good boy. Okay. Let's close these again. Right, so I do have this pink for the cat. Let me turn those off. Let's turn the table off as well because, as you can see, the cat is not fully coloured. Okay. No, some of this. Is that the same? Oh, lucky guess. Oh no, why do you do this? Oh, it's gonna have to be a fill material. Okay. So that is... I would say that one's fine, but it's not. The good thing about this is you can just push it into place. The same way you did the regular colouring, but and then here is where I'm gonna have to erase the tail. Okay. Just fill that in. I think what I'm gonna have to do make sure that I'm just catching all the big movements. I'm liking this playlist. Zoom in. That should not be a frame though. And then I think that is it. Oh, I'm gonna have to hide the tail. Yeah. I have to do the eyes with a fill material because it's currently filling everything with this one. There you go, just suddenly didn't like one of the hotkeys for some reason. Okay. Actually, let's see if we can... No, we can. It's going to be tolerant for the moment. My dog's like that, yeah. It's he's a special boy. He's a special boy. Totally off topic, but are you getting / looking forward to the Switch 2? I have a Switch 1 and I don't really need the Switch 2. It would be different if I lived in... Honestly, guys, like my dream is to have either like a little tiny house community on some land with all my friends, or like people who have a similar vibe, and then we share consoles rather than just being like, oh, I've got a Switch and you've got a Switch and they've got, you know, but having sort of like a communal area where we've got like all the Switches and all the PlayStations or whatever hooked up, and then we have dinner together and all stuff like that. So I have an original Switch is the answer to that, and buying another console, which I feel like I don't play my OG Switch enough to warrant like getting the Switch 2. It does look good though, but yeah, my time management is not strong enough to buy another console with games that I want to play. I've got loads of games on my Steam library that I haven't even touched yet, mostly because my graphics card, I'm probably excuse me, no, shush, I'm looking at you. Shush. Do you want to say it to chat? He doesn't like microphones or cameras or anything like that. I tried I said, because my current camera, this one, it has autofocus and he can hear and see the lens moving, and he just hated that. He hated that so much he ran away. You ran away, didn't you? Yeah. He's looking at me like, just do your work. But yeah, are you thinking about getting the Switch too? Have I heard of Rusty's Retirement? It's a cute pixel idle style game that only takes up a small portion of your screen so you can play check on it. Oh, I might have done. It sounds familiar. There's I've seen the other ones where people have like digital pets and things. What colour is that? Is that just a regular black? But yeah, I would love to like play more games and do more things, but time management, I feel like I'm gonna have to be one of those people with like timers and schedules, like a proper like, this is what I did at this hour of my day if I want to get everything done that I want to do. Oh, he's got white bits there. There we go. Have I seen the price of games for the Switch 2? Yeah, $80. So in UK that's like £60-70, which is also not great. Also not great for my budget. I feel like the only way that I would be doing all of that is if I suddenly became like a streamer. Then be like, hey, Nintendo, whatever, send me code. I have a friend of mine who is a game content creator. It looks a lot of fun, but she does so much. Like, yeah. I don't know. I feel like if I ended up doing streaming or something, it would become like another work thing rather than a thing that I enjoy. But I can't afford to buy all the consoles and do all the things, so I am happy with my Steam library, and I'm probably going to get a new graphics card so I can actually play some of the games. I'm quite interested in Inzoi, which is like the new Sims, basically. My sister wants to play it as well, and she's like, can you get it on your PC? And I was like, I'm gonna have to buy a whole new graphics card for Inzoi because I don't even have the minimum requirement for the specs. And she was like, oh, well, can you get it anyway? I was like, I probably should get a new graphics card because it is It is worth it, to be fair. What am I doing? New layer. Duplicate. That needs to go beneath. And we are colouring. This one. And it's okay that this one has all the other lines on. I need to sort this line out, I think. Could probably try multi-frame, to be fair. Turn that off. I knew it. This one should be there. Oh, so thanks, multi-frame. You did very little there. Okay, we'll just go through it by hand. Oh. It doesn't feel too bad when I'm doing it like this. This takes a little bit more time. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna play that cow in Mario Kart. Nintendo get me. They do. Rusty's retirement is good for taking mini breaks from what you work. Oh, okay. Oh, Hello Kitty Island of Adventure does look good. The thing is, like, what bothers me, are you able to actually use Nintendo Switch 2 games on the regular Nintendo? Because otherwise it's just gonna be like, you can't play any of those games. Might have to sell it. Get a new Switch 2. That's a smart move. I also need another graphics card to play the games I want from Steam. Ooh. It's so annoying because the cost of a graphics card is now like, I was waiting for them to go down because obviously people started doing like the crypto mining in 2020, and I was waiting and waiting and waiting for them to go down, and I was gonna get like a 3060, but you can't get those now because they're all used for mining. I was like, no. There is one that I could get with my current setup, but it's like, I think it's close to like $1,000, and it's because basically I want my PC to be a little bit more future proof, as the graphics card was the only thing I skimped on when I built it in the first place. And it has been 5 years. That's the smart move. How often should you replace your graphics card? Yeah, I'd say like 5 to 8 years, but it really depends on like what you're doing with it. So mine works fine as it is now because it's only a 1660. And I think it would be fine. What I need is for my parents' computer to die, and then I can make them like a mini computer with my old graphics card, and then they'd be fine because they only check their emails. But restricting Switch 2 games to it only on Switch 2, that's so bad. I hate it here. Hey, and hi. I've been watching videos for months and now I know how to animate. Oh, that's amazing. I'm so glad that my tutorials have helped. I'll be doing some more actual general how to animate tutorials too. Tutorials soon. There we go. Switch 2 is backwards compatible, but they also have upgraded Switch 1 to Switch 2. Yeah. The what was it? Yeah, I saw that you, like, if you wanted the upgrade, like the remasters to work on Switch 2, you had to pay, I think. Which, you know, it's already, like, expensive. It's already expensive. I would like to not have to pay a considerable amount more. But we live in a society. No, it's fine. Hello? Are you getting comfy? No. We don't need to leap. He's like, you said what? You spoke to me? Okay, this one's a bit... Why have I done this? I made his colouring so much more difficult. There's like 3 tones in that. Okay. Done this. If only done it to yourself. It's fine. It's fine. He doesn't move a lot. Just crying. Giving myself more work. Okay. Oh, I know why he's... So I moved him like this. So he should be a little bit more like that. Fill material. The funny thing is... there we go. I was going to say, I can't remember what material is what because I haven't named them. Because obviously that's so clever. Okay. Oh. Okay, sculpt, move that in. I'll just read it. If game's minimum start becomes more powerful than yours, it's probably best to get a new one. Yeah, it's only Inzoi really that I was like, I can't get that because it's horrendous. But yeah. Switch to a charging for the demo as well, like PlayStation's Astrobot was free, but it's 20 quid for Nintendo Switch. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. I could not. Yeah, I literally, my first console was the Wii. My brother had a GameCube. But yeah, my first console was the Wii. I had a handheld Game Boy though, and a DS, and that was it. But yeah, I'm not. I definitely prefer PC, I think. And if I want a controller, I can always hook up with a cable for my. Oh, I've got a PS4 as well, but I haven't touched that in ages. So I bought it because I wanted to play Dragon Age Inquisition. And it's been 10 years, and then Veilguard came out, and I don't know if any of you have played Veilguard, but disappointed. So disappointed. Combat was better. Climbing ladders and jumping was better. But yeah, it's not the story that I'd hoped for. Ugh. I did finish that game though, and then I was like, oh, are they doing DLC? And then I heard no. So yeah, I got the art book and I saw all the extra bits that like basically what Project Joplin, which was basically Dreadwolf, was going to be, because obviously they messed them around for live service, and they were like, oh, it's going to be a live service game. Oh. And then they messed them around and they switched, and then they switched back to single player. But yeah, Joplin was gonna be so good. I can't. Yeah, I look back at the art book. I've got it right here. Oh. Where is it? Here. Still in the little case. It's the what's it called? I think it was a special. Is this a special edition? Maybe. Look at it. Look at it. It's so good. Let me quickly switch to just chatting. There we go. Yeah, I like if I'm going to spend money, I'm going to spend it on an art book. They were just like, I love an art book so much. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that probably. But yeah, Dragon Age was like my first proper game, I guess. I spent so many hours in that. Yeah, just so good. I look at it and I'm like, what we could have had. What we could have had. I wanted more stuff about the dwarves, to be honest. And, yeah. Yeah. Oh, PS1. Nice. Switch. My friend always had, like, Xbox. So when I'd go around our house, I was like, oh. Still not buying it though, it should be free. I think if there's like a demo or tutorial, I don't think you should be paying for that. I mean, you pay enough for the console as it is. Playing copied games with the spring and the disk drive to trick it into thinking it was closed. Yes. Yeah, it's good to see like some of the character art. Just looks so good. Yeah, part 2. Joplin. That's what we could have had. I could go into this. I to be honest, I think I made a reel. Oh, not a reel. A YouTube short with clips from the art book from Arcane, and people went crazy for it. And I've got so many art books, and I never actually like get them out or show them off. So I probably should film some of them and put them in like a reel or something. And then then it's like justified that I bought them. Other than for like me looking at them and using them as reference. I can't remember where I put this. There? You can live in this cupboard. Yeah, that art book and the Adventure Time one, Song of the Sea art book is really good as well. Yeah, I've got, and obviously the Arcane art book. So good, so good. Let's have a look. Okay. This material. That's nothing. What is this? Huh? Okay, so this material is... God, I should have named these. And then that's the chest. Okay. So why are you moving? We'll do this, I think. Do you want to go downstairs? You had enough of being with me? Jen? Jen? Come here. Come say goodbye then. Come on. Come say goodbye. Come say goodbye. Come on, buddy. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come say goodbye. Ugh. There we go. Ugh. Is that okay? You'll go, don't you? Oh, thank you for the kiss. Oh, are you going to sit down now? Ugh. You are covered in cat hair. Alright, just going to take him down. I shall return. Want to go downstairs? You want to go sit on your bed? He's gone straight to the window, of course. He's going to sing the song of his people anytime someone walks by, no doubt. Oh, okay. Oh. I'd quite like to be able to tap once when I'm filling stuff in. Okay. Okay, that is the last of it. Then I think I just need to do a darker tone on yeah. Okay. I have to do... Okay, it's this side as well. Should probably be able to see all of it. There isn't any way to like lock your opacity in Blender when you're colouring like this. You can only do like a mask in the way that I'm thinking of. Close, very, very close, okay. Full concentration. It's a little bit messy, but most of this you're not even going to see. Oh. Wrong shade. This piece. Devin, hi, how's it going? Yes. Dog's barking. Yeah, it's been been a while. I'm hoping to get some projects finished on stream a bit more in the future. At least a little bit more often than once a year. It does have masks just here, but you can't like lock the opacity of a layer, which would be nice. Functions very much to like the stencil, like a stencil in TVPaint. Ah. Okay. I think oh, that is not the correct material. Or is that? Or is that? This one. There we go. Okay, let's just double check that everything is filled in properly. Sometimes it flickers, or like there we go. I'll notice something, and we did. So that one's fine. Okay, so I think we should be able, yeah, should be able to do that. That one's fine. This one needs adjusting. We'll do this one. We'll dissolve the head, I think. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I'm so used to using Alt to zoom out. Let's get rid of this one. And that. Let's just read it. That one's fine. Okay. Make sure that these sections are finished first. Before I start getting distracted with everything else that needs doing. I try not to hop around too much when I'm animating, because otherwise I'll forget certain things, or like if I don't finish what I'm doing, it's very much like, oh, you missed a colour on that. Fantastic. These horns are a different shade. Like I'll finish up an animation and then I'll give it like a couple of days and I'll look back and be like, oh, I didn't finish that. I'll re-render, and then I'll look again. I'll be like, oh, I didn't finish that. Okay. This one. Why does that sound like someone's home early? It's amazing because I haven't finished. I haven't finished my chores, no! think we'll finish this night and then I will have to head out. I think we've been going for like 3 hours. I'm gonna say 3 hours. My neck tells me it's been 3 hours because I've been like that. It's probably time to stretch as well. If you have not stretched, you should stretch. I do need to do a little bit more of that. There we go. Let's see. It's this one. That needs a darker. Okay, just need this lighter. That one. And then here. And then we should be good. Unless I see another mistake. I think move that across like that. Ooh, let's turn those references off. So I've got 2 more characters and the jars on the back wall to finish. And then any like texture and effects, and then this loop will finally be finished. But I think that's all I'm going to do for today. Thanks so much for stopping by, keeping me company and keeping me on task, and hopefully more streams soon and in the future. I've got a couple of projects that I want to do stuff for. So there's a story time or animation about a dream I had that I worked on the storyboards for in a previous video, and then I've got a short film, sort of like proof of concept stuff that I want to do a pitch bible for like a trailer or something, and then there's 3D stuff that I have to do as well. But yeah, thanks so much for keeping me company, and I will see you next time.